Friday morning, but I'm afraid it's not a good Friday as far as the Oxford Silver Machine are concerned so far, because last night the two teams that are going to do battle today, the Silver Machine and the Swindon Robins, met at the Abbey Stadium, and it looked for most of the meeting as if Oxford were going to come away with an away victory. But unfortunately, Billy Hamill snapped a front chain whilst in the lead in one particular race, and unfortunately Jonas Davidsson ran over him. Billy was taken to hospital, and the latest news is that Billy has broken 4 ribs. He's also got extensive bruising and will be undergoing a CAT scan today. So no Billy Hamill, I'm afraid, no Kastas Puzaks, because Kastas hurt his shoulder in another crash at Swindon, and eventually Swindon ran out victors, very luckily indeed, by 46 points to 43. Chris Mills comes in place of Kastas, rider replacement for Billy Hamill. So it's a backs to the wall situation for the Oxford Silver Machine this morning, with Swindon being at full strength. I'm sure the boys will galvanise together, and we're going to be in for a cracking match. Last night's match was absolutely fantastic. As I say, Oxford very unlucky indeed not to have come away with the win. Best wishes go with Billy Hamill. But right now, let's get on with Good Friday morning's action here at Cowley.
Come on. Huh? So local derby time, massive crowd here at the home of the Silver Machine against their Robins rivals from Swindon, where the teams met yesterday, and it finished Swindon 46, Oxford 43. What a costly match it was for the Silver Machine, because they lost Billy Hamill with serious injuries, who's now in the Great Western Hospital at Swindon with back and rib injuries. So then we're getting ready for heat number 1. Greg Hancock and Travis Mcgowan will take on Leigh Adams and Sebastian Alden for the Robins. Remember, the home side red and blue, the visitors in the green and yellow and black helmet colours. The Robins have won the toss. They've taken gates 1 and 3. So Chris Mills comes in for Podust, who was also injured at Swindon. Jamie Courtney is named as the Silver Machine number 8. Here we go. And away they go into the first turn. Good start there for the rider in red, Greg Hancock. Hancock in front, Adams chasing hard in second place. Third place at the moment, Travis Mcgowan. Adams going right out round the dirt there, really screwing it on, but it's still Greg Hancock leading the way from Leigh Adams in second place. Down the back straight, Adams all over the rear wheel there of Hancock. They hit the bottom turn. Hancock holding it tight. Adams again moving out into the dirt, and he's going to go round him. Super ride by the Aussie. So Leigh Adams it is in front. Second place there, Greg Hancock. Third place at the moment, Travis Mcgowan. Aiden is at the back. But a really super pass there from Leigh Adams. Well, you don't often see him come from the back, it must be said, but when he does it, it is so spectacular. And he was in and out all over the rear wheel of Hancock there, and then the end chose the outside run in the dirt. So Hancock, it is beaten in heat number 1 by Leigh Adams. Super racer, and 3 points. 2 points go to Hancock, 1 to Mcgowan, 3 points to Oxford, 3 points to Swindon. Of course, that is the progressive scores, 59.8, that winning time. And it really is a bumper crowd here today as we get ready for heat number 2. Tom P Madsen rides in red. Chris Mills, the Reading rider, comes in blue. Sebastian Tresarrieu for Swindon, signed from the Isle of Wight in the winter. He rides in green. And Mads Korneliussen, normally a Newport rider, he rides in yellow and black. That's how they line up then for heat number 2. And away they go. Oh, look at this for a start there from Korneliussen. He's gone in front. And Mills has gone down. Mills a faller. We wait for the referee's decision on that one. And it's going to be a rerun with all 4 riders. Let's have another look at it. As they hit the first turn there, Mills gets squeezed out. And it is Tresarrieu who actually takes his leg away. So here we go then for the restart of heat number 2. 3 points apiece to scores. What has so far been a very interesting match indeed. So the starting marshal gives the signal to the referee, Jim Lawrence, to release the tapes, and this is what he does. And into the first turn, it's the rider in red, and that is Tom P Madsen, who's gone in front. Madsen in front, being attacked from Korneliussen on the outside, Tresarrieu on the inside. Oh, the Swindon pair there coming through. Tresarrieu really found a burst of speed. He goes in pole position. The Frenchman leading the way. Madsen has come back up the inside of Korneliussen, but they really all changed on that one. But it is Sebastian Tresarrieu in front. Second place at the moment, Madsen. Oh, and we've lost Korneliussen, who's fallen. Korneliussen a faller there. So round the bottom turn, it is Sebastian Tresarrieu, signed from the Isle of Wight. First French rider to ride for the Swindon Robins. He's leading the way. Of course, Oxford had a Frenchman many moons ago called Philippe Berger. But it is Tresarrieu. He will win this one. There he is, over the line. He's come from the back, super style. 3 to him. 2 points to Madsen, 1 to Mills, 3 points apiece. We're all level after 2 heats. The Silver Machine have 6. And the Robins have 6. So let's have a look at it again. There is Madsen in front. And look at this. There is Korneliussen trying to come round the outside. Now watch Tresarrieu. There's a gap on the inside. And he goes through from third to first, right across the front of his own rider there, but he takes over the lead and goes on to win a very good race. And well, when was the last time we saw a crowd this big here at this stadium? A long time ago. Heat number 3, Lukas Dryml rides in red, Niels Kristian Iversen in blue, Jonas Davidsson in green, Charlie Gjedde is the rider in yellow and black. So the starting marshal calling them into line for this one, getting ready to go. The green light is on and away they go. And the charge for the first turn, and it is Iversen who's gone in front, and look at the battle going on behind him. Niels Kristian Iversen. Oh, problems there for the rider in red. Dryml has fallen, and we're going to have a rerun. Lukas Dryml on the circuit, and it's all happening in this one here. So Lukas Dryml has been excluded by the referee. Jim Lawrence is the cause of the stoppage. I don't think you can argue too much about that one. Lost it going into that corner. Let's have another look. And there they go. And watch this here, because it really is a very interesting turn. And as they go down the back straight there, Oxford 1 and 2, and into the corner. There's Dryml, drops it. Very, very lucky. The rider in yellow and black, Charlie Gjedde, managed to miss him. So the crowd basking in the sunshine here on this Good Friday. Here, will it be a Good Friday for the Silver Machine, or will it be an exceptional one for Swindon? Because they would love to complete the double, but they're only 3 points up from the first match, so it's going to be very, very interesting. And away they go, and into the first turn. It's Niels Kristian Iversen who's gone in front. Iversen leading the way, and he's coming under pressure as go down the back straight there by the rider in green, Jonas Davidsson. Of course, rode for Oxford last year. Round that first and second turn, and now Charlie Gjedde in second place. He's beginning to put Iversen under a bit of pressure. Another one who knows his way around this circuit. Niels Kristian Iversen still leading the way, and Jonas Davidsson and Charlie Gjedde not really making too much impression on him. Round the first and second, a little bit of bump going into the corner there. Nevertheless, a lot better than it has been. And Niels Kristian Iversen is going to delight the home fans here by taking the checkered flag in that one. 3 to him, 2 points go to Gjedde, 1 to Davidsson, 3 points apiece. We are still level, because it is 9 to the Silver Machine, 9 to the Swindon Robins. Well, it really was a costly match at Blunston yesterday, losing Billy Hamill, whose chain snapped, went out in front on the third turn, and he was actually run into by Jonas Davidsson. And reports have it that Davidsson was a long way behind and perhaps wasn't exactly looking where he was going. So here we go, heat number 4. Having to use rider replacement, of course, for Billy. Greg Hancock comes in red. Chris Mills is in blue. Lee Richardson in green. Mads Korneliussen yellow and black, and away they go. And into the first turn. It's a very interesting one here, because it is Richardson who's gone in front, and his teammate is there with him, Mads Korneliussen. Greg Hancock in third place with some work to do. At the back it is Chris Mills. So round the first and second turn, it is Richardson in front. Now we've seen him have some real stinkers here, particularly riding for Coventry last year, but he's in front in this one. There's Hancock in second place. Third place at the moment, Korneliussen. At the back it is Mills. No disrespect to young Chris, really only a good Premier League rider, and really chucked in the deep end here. His heart and his head is in the right place. It'd be great for someone like him to make the grade in Speedway. He's at the back at the moment. There is Korneliussen. There is Greg Hancock, and out in front, Lee Richardson looking very, very fast. He wins it, and the deadlock is broken, because second place Hancock, third place Korneliussen. 2 points to the Silver Machine, 4 to the Robins, and that means the scores are now 11 to Oxford and 13 to Swindon. So 4 heats on the board. We're getting ready for heat number 5. Lukas Dryml rides in red. He was a faller first time out. Niels Kristian Iversen in blue. Leigh Adams had that super win in heat number 1, and Sebastian Alden is the rider in yellow and black. So here we go then, the riders getting ready to go. Dryml there on the inside, Leigh Adams on the outside, and away they go and into the first turn. Good start there for Dryml and Iversen, but here comes Leigh Adams just screwing it on right round the mall. Adams, it is, goes in front. He's certainly going to take some stopping today on this sort of form. He's leading the way. Second place it is Dryml, third place Iversen. At the back it is Alden, but Lee Richardson. Leigh Adams, let's get it right. Leigh Adams it is in front. He's leading the way, looks back over his shoulder there. And second place still Lukas Dryml, third place in blue Niels Kristian Iversen. The Aussie in front and looking very, very good. Around that first and second turn, of course, a win here for the Robins would keep them in front and keep them right up there at the right end of the table. Leigh Adams leading by example. He wins heat number 5. 3 points to him, 2 points to Lukas Dryml, 1 to Niels Kristian Iversen, 3 points to Oxford, 3 to Swindon, still 2 points in it, 14 to the Silver Machine, 16 to the Robins. This is heat number 6. Greg Hancock and his partner Travis Mcgowan must take on Lee Richardson, who was a winner last time out, and in yellow and black, Sebastian Tresarrieu. So here we go, green lights on, bikes are revving. Oh, and a bit of movement there from Tresarrieu, and he really didn't miss the start completely, but Lee Richardson didn't. He's gone in front. So Richardson it is in front. He's already beaten Hancock, and it looks like he could be doing it again here, and Swindon are certainly up for it. So Lee Richardson leading from Greg Hancock in second place. Tresarrieu made up a lot of ground there to go past Travis Mcgowan, and the Frenchman, having totally messed up the start, is in third place. Richardson in pole position at the moment. Still in second place there, it is Greg Hancock. Into the bottom turn. And there is Richardson from Hancock in second place. Third place at the moment, it is still Tresarrieu, although Mcgowan putting him under pressure, and he's moved the Frenchman off the line. Down the back straight. Mcgowan comes through to third place to at least share the heat, but Richardson has won it at a canter. 3 to him, 2 to Hancock, 1 to Mcgowan. Had to work very, very hard, none for Tresarrieu, and that all ends up to 3 to Oxford and 3 to Swindon. It looks like we're going to be saying that a lot today in the sunshine here. 17-19 the scores in favour of the visitors. So water on the track to try and keep the dust down, so this huge bank holiday crowd can enjoy the action. Heat number 7, Niels Kristian Iversen in red, Chris Mills in blue, Jonas Davidsson in green, Charlie Gjedde is the rider in yellow and black. So here we go then, the starting marshal at the low. He walks away, the bikes are revving, and again the rider in red moving. A lot of movement at the starts here, but no problems for Charlie Gjedde. He's gone in front. Gjedde leading the way. Second place, Niels Kristian Iversen taking the rider replacement rider course, and he's gone back to third place. And it is Chris Mills who is second at the moment, and at the back it is Jonas Davidsson. So quite a surprise here. Charlie Gjedde a long way clear. Still Chris Mills in second place, and Niels Kristian Iversen there in third place, and Millsy doing a good job. Jonas Davidsson, of course, rode so well for Oxford last year. He is at the back. late replacement in the Swindon team after one of their poached riders as such failed to produce the goods. That, I believe, was the guy who was coming from Eastbourne. But then they go over the line. Good win there for Charlie Gjedde. 2 to Chris Mills, 1 to Iversen. 3 points apiece. A Gjedde wheelie to celebrate. And the Robins stay in front by 20 points to 22. So, heat number 8, halfway stage of this local derby, and it's Travis Mcgowan in red. Tom P Madsen gets a reserve ride in blue, replacing Chris Mills. In green, Sebastian Alden, and in yellow and black, Mads Korneliussen, and away they go. And Korneliussen, super start, and problems there for the rider in green, and that is Alden. There has gone into the fence. And, well, the red lights have come on. We wait for referee Jim Lawrence's decision on that one. And Alden really hit that fence very, very awkwardly. So, Alden is excluded by the referee Jim Lawrence. And no doubt Alan Rossiter will be on the phone giving the referee a fair bit of abuse after that decision. So here we go then for the restart of heat number 8 with 3 riders only. So a chance perhaps here for the home side to get some points back. It is Travis Mcgowan in red, Tom P Madsen in blue, Mads Korneliussen, the rider, in yellow and black. And away they go. And into the first turn. Good start again for Korneliussen, moving him out very wide on that second turn. But Mcgowan has gone right round the outside of him. So fair play to Korneliussen, and left enough room for Mcgowan to race. And he's gone right round him. There's Korneliussen in second place, Madsen in third place. And it is Oxford on a 4-2. And Korneliussen going very wide on that fourth turn there. And almost being passed by Madsen. Still way out in front. It is Travis Mcgowan, the race for second place. So this could be a 4-2 to the Silver Machine if it stays like this, and it will level things up once again. So down the back straight. Out in front. A long, long way clear. It is Travis Mcgowan. He will win it. There he goes. 3 to him. 2 points to Korneliussen. 1 to Madsen. 4 points to Oxford. 2 points to Swindon. And that makes the difference to the scores, because it's now Oxford 24 and Swindon 24 at halfway stage of this meeting. So we're getting ready for heat number 9, and noticeable missing from the Oxford camp at the moment is the Old Morris dancers. I wonder what's happened to them. Here we go then, heat number 11. Lukas Dryml rides in red, Niels, Kristian, Iversen in blue, Lee Richardson in green, Sebastian Tresarrieu is the rider in yellow and black. So here we go then, Richardson 2 wins out of 2 so far, and away they go, and into the first turn. And it is Iversen and Richardson side by side, and problems there for Tresarrieu. And he's certainly not happy with that, as he was sent into the fence on that second turn. And a good advert there for Bicester Tyres, certainly packing the fence in there on that second turn. So here we go, let's have another look at it. Watch the rider in yellow and black on the outside. And, well, does he get moved out? He certainly does. The rider in red, that was Lukas Dryml, showing him that the air fence does work. So here we go then, all 4 riders for the restart. The referee Jim Lawrence not making a decision on that one. The green light about to come on. And away they go. Oh, and it's a good one again for Richardson, who's gone in front again. Tresarrieu moved out very, very wide. Let's go down the back straight. And it is Iversen and Dryml. And it's Dryml who moved the Frenchman out. And here comes Tresarrieu. And showing Dryml exactly what he thought of that. So Richardson in front. Second place at the moment, Iversen. Third place, Sebastian Tresarrieu. At the back, it is Lukas Dryml. Round the first and second turn, down the back straight, leading the way. It is Richardson looking for win number 3. It's the Robins on a 4-2, and they will go back in front. Second place still Iversen, and Tresarrieu picking up a good third place point at the moment. Lukas Dryml having a pretty off morning. He probably forgot to set his alarm clock for the early start. There they go over the line. Richardson makes it 3 out of 3. 2 to Iversen, 1 to Tresarrieu, 2 to Oxford, 4 to Swindon, 26 points to the Silver Machine, 28 to the Robins. And, well, the aggregate difference goes back to 5. Let's have a look at some of the action here, because the Frenchman really did get moved out wide, very wide as he goes down the back straight here. He gets shoved out of it there. And of course the throttle does go both ways, but look at this here, because he comes through and shows the back wheel there to Lukas Dryml. So then we're getting ready for heat number 10, and it is 11, it is 10. Greg Hancock in red, Travis Mcgowan is in blue, Jonas Davidsson in green, Charlie Gjedde had a good win last time out, he's in yellow and black. Greg Hancock yet to get a win. Green light's on, away they go. Oh, and it's Swindon again, very fast off the blocks, and the rider in green has gone down. Jonas Davidsson a faller. The race continues. And there is Greg Hancock out in front. Hancock in front, second place Charlie Gjedde. And, well, down the back straight, round the bottom turn. And in front it is Greg Hancock, who's come through the crowd. Second place Charlie Gjedde, third place in blue it is Travis Mcgowan. Mcgowan trying to find a way around the outside of Gjedde. The dirt has certainly moved out, but it's a Silver Machine on a 4-2. And well, we were watching Jonas Davidsson tumble on the first turn. They all change positions, and Greg Hancock has gone on to win a very good race. There he goes over the line for 3. 2 to Gjedde, 1 to Mcgowan, 4 points to Oxford, 2 points to Swindon. And well, we've had 10 heats. The Silver Machine have 30, and the Robins have 30. It really couldn't be closer. Heat number 11, Lukas Dryml rides in red. Tom P Madsen is his partner in blue. Leigh Adams, so far 2 wins out of 2. He rides in green and in yellow and black. A reserve switch, it is Sebastian Tresarrieu. So here we go then. The riders at the line getting ready to go. Tresarrieu on the inside, Adams there on gate number 3, 2 wins out of 2 for him, and Lukas Dryml of course taking the rider replacement ride. Tom P Madsen making up the foursome, and away they go and into the first turn. Oh, Tresarrieu sends Lukas Dryml absolutely sprawling, and my word, what will the referee Jim Lawrence make of that one, because absolutely no doubt about it that Sebastian Tresarrieu was going for payback. It really did slam him down. And the referee said it's going to have a rerun with all 4 riders. Now let's have a look at it here. Watch the rider in yellow. Oh, absolutely right through him. No doubt about it. And, well, the crowd a little bit restless on the terrace in there, but the referee's decision is all 4 back. And we can tell you, he had a look at the video now, and he's just said he was perhaps a little bit lenient on Tresarrieu. I think that's an understatement. So here we go then for the rerun. And it is all 4 riders out again. Tresarrieu on 1, Dryml on 2, Adams on 3, and on the outside there Tom P Madsen all level. Green lights on, away to go, and into the first turn. And again, Tresarrieu shows the back wheel to Dryml, and it is Swindon 1 and 2. So Tresarrieu in front, Leigh Adams there in second place. Certainly got heated between Tresarrieu and Dryml. Third place at the moment, it's Madsen. Dryml is at the back, but it is Swindon on a 5-1, and this would be the first 5-1 of the day. And once again, it will put the visitors back in front. So Leigh Adams, it is in front. Second place there, it is Tresarrieu. And, well, what a bonus this could be for the Robins. Tresarrieu really looking the part. Of course, we have seen him riding for the Isle of Wight for the last few years. And, well, decided to make the move up this year. Third place there, it is still Tom P Madsen. Dryml is at the back, but it is Swindon who are going to take maximum points from heat number 11 from Adams and Tresarrieu. Third place there goes to the rider in blue, Tom P Madsen. 1 point to 5, 31-35, and the natives on the terracing a little bit restless here with Sebastian Tresarrieu. Swindon fans certainly taking him to heart as we get ready for heat number 12, because it's Lukas Dryml in red. Tom P Madsen is in blue. Jonas Davidsson is in green, and he's out again. Sebastian Tresarrieu in yellow and black. So Dryml and Tresarrieu meet again. Same gate positions. What's going to happen here? Here we go. Green lights on. And away they go. And into the first turn it is Dryml who's gone in front. Dryml in front. Here comes Tresarrieu, and he's got past him. Tresarrieu really is fired up for this. He's in front. Tremendous Speedway. Second place there, Lukas Dryml. Third place in blue, it is Tom P Madsen. At the back, it is Jonas Davidsson. But Sebastian Tresarrieu is on fire. Down the home straight into the first turn, the Frenchman leading the way. Second place there in red, it is still Lukas Dryml. Third place, it is Tom P Madsen. But if it stays like this, the Robins will maintain that 4-point lead. And when they think they got Adams and Richardson both unbeaten, and I'm sure they will be in heats 13 and 15. Down the back straight, leading the way and looking very, very good. Look at the lead he's got. Sebastian Tresarrieu, there he goes over the line. 3 to him, 2 to Dryml, and 1 point going to the rider in blue. Wheelie time from the Frenchman. He's enjoying this one. 3 points apiece, 34-38 the scores in favour of the Swindon Robins. Heat number 13, Greg Hancock rides in red. Travis Mcgowan takes the rider replacement ride for the injured Billy Hamill in blue. Leigh Adams is in green. Lee Richardson in yellow and black. Both the visitors unbeaten. Will they beat after this one here? So here we go. Green lights on. And away they go. The charge for the first turn. And it is Greg Hancock who's gone in front. Oh my word! Evil looking crash at the back there between Travis Mcgowan and Lee Richardson. And that really was a very, very nasty one. We've got to wait for the referee's decision on that one. Well, that was horrible. And Lee Richardson is down and out at the moment. And that could have a vital bearing on the outcome of this match. Let's have another look at it. And into the first turn there. And you can see they get hooked up there, Mcgowan. And oh, that is a horrible one. Richardson is down. Mcgowan is down as well. Pleased to see Lee is walking back towards the pits. The referee has said all 4 riders can come back to the line for the restart. That really was quite frightening. So, a reserve ride for Sebastian Tresarrieu, who comes in for Lee Richardson. Richardson unable to take his place in the lineup here after that spill. Travis Mcgowan is out there. So it's Greg Hancock. So Tresarrieu and Adams. That is how they line up for Swindon. Green lights on, away they go. And into the first turn. And it is Hancock who's gone in front. Hancock leading the way. Oh, Mcgowan in second place. Work for Leigh Adams here. He's moving. Oh, and he's sent Mcgowan into the boards. We wait for the referee's decision. And it really is getting very, very heated out there. And, well, there is the red light is on. And the referee has excluded Travis Mcgowan. And I don't think he's going to be too happy with that one. Really getting very, very heated. And, well, the sunshine beaming down. Travis Mcgowan. And, well, you can see what it means. He's been excluded. He is back up on his feet. I'm sure the phone is going to be very, very busy. Let's have a look at it. There's Hancock in front. And there is Mcgowan round the outside of Leigh Adams. Now, look at this here, because Adams goes very wide into that corner. And he gives him absolutely no room whatsoever. So here we go then for the third time of asking. Heat number 13. And 3 riders only. Greg Hancock, the lone silver machine rider. He rides in red. And in green, the unbeaten Leigh Adams. In yellow and black, it is Sebastian Tresarrieu. So whatever happens here, Tresarrieu is on an extra point. And, well, he's done very, very well so far. 9 paid 10 for the Frenchman. He's going to get another one here if he finishes this race. So here we go. And away they go and into the first turn. Oh, it's a good start there for Hancock once again. He moves Adams out. Adams trying the outside run. Tresarrieu will try the inside run to go into the bottom turn. Greg Hancock leading the way. And here comes Leigh Adams again, switching lines up the inside. Has Hancock left a gap? He has indeed, because look at this here, side by side. Tremendous stuff. Leigh Adams, it is, goes in front. Second place, Greg Hancock. Third place at the moment, Tresarrieu. But Swindon on a 4-2, and this will open the gap to 6. So Leigh Adams looking for win number 4. He's in front. Second place there, Greg Hancock. Third place, Tresarrieu. The dust beginning to fly, and things are a little bit heated on the circuit. So around the bottom turn, there is Leigh Adams winning heat number 13 at the third time of asking. Second place goes to Greg Hancock, and third place to Sebastian Tresarrieu, who goes into double figures. 2 points to 4, 36-42. 6 points in it on the day in favour of the visitors. So heat number 14. And riding in red, Niels, Kristian, Iversen. Tom P Madsen in blue. Charlie Gjedde is in green. Mads Korneliussen, the rider, in yellow and black. And away they go. And into the first turn. Oh, it's a Swindon pair who've made the start. It's getting awfully tight there. Charlie Gjedde in front, but coming up the inside of him, it's Tom P Madsen, but Gjedde comes back across him. Iversen is at the back, as Korneliussen is in third place. Here comes Iversen on the inside of Korneliussen. Tremendous speedway. Charlie Gjedde, though, leading the way, and if it stays like this, Swindon will take all 3 league points back to Blunston. Really has been a first-class local derby between these two sides. Swindon looking for a quick-fire double, having won by just 3 points on their own circuit yesterday. There is Charlie Gjedde leading the way. Second place at the moment in red, Niels, Kristian, Iversen. Third place, Tom P Madsen. Korneliussen is at the back. And it is going to be Swindon who take glory. There they go over the line. Charlie Gjedde has won it for the Robins. And, well, they really have been a class act. Really time here. 3 points apiece. 39-45. The scores in favour of the visitors. Heat number 15. Greg Hancock rides in red. Travis Mcgowan in blue. The unbeaten Leigh Adams is in green. Yellow and black, it is Charlie Gjedde. Unfortunately, Lee Richardson unable to take any further part in this meeting. So here we go. And away they go in the charge for the first turn, and it is Adams who's gone in front once again. Leigh Adams leading the way, second place there. Greg Hancock, third place. Charlie Gjedde at the back. It is McGowan, and here comes Gjedde trying to get under Greg Hancock there, and he's looked for a gap up the inside, and he's gone through, and Swindon are finishing in style. Leigh Adams in front, heading for a maximum. So far Charlie Gjedde's only dropped 2 points, and he's going to drop another one here because it is Hancock who's gone back past him. Down the back straight, round the bottom turn. Really has been some fantastic racing. And the big crowd, the majority are going to go home disappointed, but nevertheless, they have been entertained. So Leigh Adams heading for a 15-point maximum. Second place at the moment, it is Greg Hancock. Really has battled hard. It's been a hard old time for Oxford today. Very close on the line, but who got the third place? And well, we have to wait and see. In fact, he's given it to Charlie Gjedde. So Travis Mcgowan gets nothing for all his efforts there. Tremendous Speedway. We're having a look at it again here. There is Adams in front. Now look at the battle for second place. Hancock and Gjedde really swapping and re-swapping here. And at the moment it looks like a 5-1 to the Robins. But there his Hancock goes right out wide, and he keeps it screwed on, and he finds some dirt to come back past Charlie Gjedde. And then Travis Mcgowan decides he's going to join in the fun as well. So down the back straight, round the bottom turn. Long way clear Leigh Adams. He's going for the big 15-point maximum. Hancock in second place, third place there. It is Charlie Gjedde, and here comes Travis Mcgowan. Look at this here. Go down the back straight, round these final 2 turns. Now who gets the third place point? Look at this here as we slow it down. Oh, awfully tight. I wouldn't want to decide on that. Nevertheless, 41 points it is to the Silver Machine, 49 points to the Swindon Robins. And the top scorers there they are. Greg Hancock with 13 points from 6 starts, only 1 race win. And Travis Mcgowan, Niels, Kristian, Iversen only winning 1 race as well. They only got 3 race winners to the visitors' 12, so you can't really argue too much about it. The spearhead of the Robins, there it is, Leigh Adams with 15, Charlie Gjedde with 11, Lee Richardson with 9 from 3 wins, Sebastian Tresarrieu, what a match winner he was, 10, paid 11 from reserve. It's been another fantastic night, or day's Speedway. I hope you've enjoyed it. We look forward to you joining us once again in the not too distant future. For now, it's time to go to the press conference. Goodbye.
Okay, let's start the press conference. I have to start with you, Nigel Wagstaff. For the moment, we'll ignore the score. We need to really talk urgently about Billy Hamill. What can you tell the fans about his condition in the Great Western Hospital in Swindon?
Really no more than what I said this morning. Obviously it was a serious accident, and the doctor made provision when Billy went to hospital to make sure there was a suitable team waiting for whatever arrived really. And Greg went from the meeting to spend some time with Billy. I think the early prognosis really is the fact that he's damaged a number of ribs, and in doing that he's punctured a lung, and he had to have an amount of blood taken from his lung, which is still taking place, and there was some damage to the back. But I think we all have to say thank God that Billy's stable and in the position that he's in, because it could have been horrendous. And I know it's all part and parcel of Speedway, but Billy's he's been so great this year. He's come in, and his enthusiasm and the joy to be amongst the team and working with Greg has been brilliant, and it just doesn't seem right sometimes, does it? But it meant so much to him, and to come along and have this through only doing what he does best, is racing flat out and being part of a team that, to be perfectly honest, would have been successful last night. I don't think there's any doubt about that, and I'm sure on the basis that would have happened, we'd have won today. But I'm not bitter, I'm not twisted. We have to accept it. But my thoughts and Greg's and Trav's at the moment are obviously the most important thing is Billy's well-being and his health. and we have to take a view when we feel that we can talk to him on the period of time or his views on what he wants to do.
If he decides, obviously, to stay out of the sport, then that poses a big question for you. In fact, even if he doesn't, let's be honest, he's not going to be back for some time, so that's something you're going to have to solve. It's a body blow to what looked like a championship winning side.
I'd endorse all of that. Yeah, I mean, whatever happens, but he's not going to be riding next week. I mean, we have to accept that. And you know, I will be having discussions with people today, and I'm sure there'll be phone calls. Basically, just so we've got a contingency plan, whatever happens. You know, it's no good sitting back and thinking, well, you know, whatever. I mean, you know, Speedway's not like that. We have to accept that problems happen, and you know, I'm sure Arena Essex was sitting last week in the same position as me. And you know, it's a great sport. We all love it, but occasionally, you know, things happen, but it's no good crying over it. You just got to get on with it.
Well, I'm sure Billy Hamill would want us to do that, so I'm going to throw a name into the hat, into the ring. Rune Holter.
Yeah, it's a nice name. We've spoken to Rooney Holter like everybody else has, I suppose. And it would be good whether Rooney feels that he could come at this moment in time in his career, having turned down lots of occasions. And you've asked me a question, I'll give you an honest answer. It would be good, but I haven't spoken to him, obviously. He's not in the Grand Prix now. I don't know.
Okay, let's move on. Many of the fans are concerned today about the referee. They thought some of the decision somewhat poor. I mean, from our position in the press, looking at what happened to Lukas Dryml, that seemed to be one hell of an elbow and a shove.
Yeah, I mean, from where I'm standing at the other end, you know, you can't see it quite as much. You can only see reactions and the way things happen. And you know, I mean, there was a situation last night in Heat 1 with Greg, and you know, we were all amazed with that one. And you know, the one with Trav tonight, you know, but to be fair to Jim, you know, we've been through a lot together. I was at Eastbourne the day that, you know, the notorious day when we walked out, and I haven't got a problem with Jim. He has to make his decisions, and you have to live by the sword, you have to die by the sword, you know, whether he's right or whether he's wrong. But I think, you know, looking at all of them, then there's obviously got to be some good luck coming soon.
What about the pairing of Lukas Dryml with Niels, Kristian Iversen? You're going to have a look at that, aren't you? Because they seem to be getting in each other's way. Yeah,
I mean, mentally, you know, I've thought about it, but you know, when you consider the partnership that we have with Greg and Trav, and to be perfectly honest, you know, you wouldn't say that Trav's a white line rider either. Maybe I should look more at those things when I put the team together. But we have to live with it, and maybe, you know, discussions within the camp, you know, can make it better, let's put it that way. But you are right, from the terraces looking at it, seem to be squabbling over the same bit of dirt sometimes.
Well, thank you, Nigel. Let's move on to that pairing you speak about, Greg Hancock and Travis Mcgowan. Not the best of meetings for you. You started off with a lot of seconds. Presumably what happened last night was on your mind, Greg Hancock.
Oh, yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit, but, you know, generally it just, it hurts more to know I got beat by Leigh Adams 3 times. So, that's, for me, is to go back to the drawing board, and not only did I gave it him most of the time, he got by me, around me, or underneath me, so, yeah, I got things to think about, and, you know, it was a hard day, you know, and we broke one engine and had to change bikes again, and I, you know, just didn't go to plan, but that's racing. What can you tell us about Billy Hamill when you visited him last night? Well, obviously he's in quite a lot of discomfort and pain, you know, and he was in a lot of more stable when we left the hospital once they were able to drain the blood off his lung and get him so he could breathe properly, you know. And he was in really good spirits considering the state that he's in, and you know, all he wants to do is to be able to get up and get out of the hospital as soon as possible. And you know, I think that's all we can do is just hope for the best right now. And you know, we want to see him on a bike, but it's more important he gets on his feet. Do you really think he would go back on a bike? I think so. He's got it in him, you know. The back injury is something that always is a concern because he had such a nasty one quite a few years ago. But he's a racer, you know. He's got it in his blood, and I think that as long as he heals up properly, we'll see him back. You'd love to have him back, wouldn't you? Oh, absolutely. We hadn't even gotten started. It's such a shame. Travis Mcgowan, again, the partnership with Greg Hancock is fantastic. Hard meeting for you today as well.
Oh, for sure. You know, I come here today with perhaps a little bit different setup and the conditions. It's always difficult the day meetings with the track, trying to get the moisture into it, and especially when the sun came out, it was tough for us all.
You had an exclusion as well, fair or not?
Well, I don't know. I don't think it was a hard move. Well, you know, I've had plenty of. If the role was reversed, I'm sure I would have been saying, you know, that's fair. But you know, it was a hard move by Lee. That's no doubt about that. But you know, that's just racing. That's for sure.
Well, looking at your score chart, you picked up a win, and you had 3 thirds, but one of those was a paid third. How do you feel about your performance this afternoon?
Well, I was pretty happy. I was pretty happy with the performance. Like, it's early days. Like, we've got a long way to go, but I think I'm making good steps in the right direction.
Okay, let's talk about the future, because I think that this result today is best forgotten, Nigel, and last night. You head to Arena Essex. Can you talk us through that using the word Arena Essex, please?
How do you mean talk you through it?
How you see it going?
Well, it'd be tough, wouldn't it? I mean, the whole reason we put the team together was to have 2 top riders who were perfectly happy riding home and away. And I was really looking forward to seeing Billy Greg round there, to be honest. I mean, you know, you've seen what they can do at home. You know, as far as the fans are concerned, you know, we'll go there and give it our best shot. And I think, you know, through the pits today, you know, I think situations like this galvanise people. You know, it certainly doesn't put a wedge through riders, it galvanises and brings them closer together. And, you know, if you talk to them individually, collectively, they will tell you it's part of what we're all in, and it's an early part of the season. And, you know, riders have got pride. You know, you spoke to Greg, you know, he can tell you, he didn't like being beaten 3 times. You know, wherever we go, you know, riders will want to win races. They will want to beat the opposition. You know, whether Tony Rickardson's there or not, you know, Greg will want to beat him. You know, Travis will want to beat the significant person in the team. Everybody looks at the situation, and obviously we look at maybe getting seconds and thirds to make sure that we keep the meeting close. But, you know, we're going to go there, and we can only give what we've got at the moment, which has been drastically cut. But, you know, take it from me, the boys will go and have a go. And I mean, just one little thing, you know, Millsy's turned up today, and people have watched him as a Conference League rider. He started with me at Kings, then he's come here, and he's found his feet in the Premier League, and that was tough for him. He didn't get the call too early this morning, and he's turned up, rushed here, got on his bike, and he wasn't off the pace, you know. And I think people at Oxford, as I'm sure they do, realise, you know, what is happening at the club, you know, with Jamie Courtney going at number 8 and Ben running around in the pits, Sam here as well. It's all pushing on nicely, but, you know, I can't hide the fact that we're going to miss Billy one hell of a lot, but all we can do is fight amongst the rest of us.
Thursday, Bellevue, a rider that you used to own, the world champion, is coming back. Take us through that one.
Well, what can you say about any world champion? You don't get that mantle lightly, do you? You know, and whether Jason can retain it, you know, that's the hard bit. You know, I think everybody in the sport always said it's not if Jason gets it, when he gets it. But, you know, there's an awful lot of guys who are going to be out there trying to take it away from him.
And Bellevue are a lot stronger this season.
And Bellevue are a lot stronger. You look through the team, and that's going to be hard. But, you know, if we can adapt to the conditions, whatever they're going to be, you never know. I mean, I would just say, I think the track, the plaudits we get from all the riders at the minute, we've tried very hard. There's maybe one little area, but, you know, Thursday's another day. You know, this is a memory, but Thursday's another day. And if we're true sportsmen, then we'll gain from this and gather strength from it, and we'll push forward and we'll do the best for the supporters.
Finally, Nigel, it's a question about the Elite League and the rules. Some of the fans said to me, well, there's all these rules about cap covers, and they should be yellow now, not yellow and black. And some of the fans are saying very few teams are adhering to this, and they're not wearing the all-black bottoms as asked for by the sponsors.
Well, the all-black bottoms, it was said that each club should have black bottoms, so that when you became a guest on the television, you just threw a shirt over the top and you look the same. But, you know, some of them look a bit like patchwork quilts. I don't think that looks particularly good for television. And secondly, the helmet colours, it was decided, initially they were going down the route of having glitter helmets, and then at some point they said we'll have solid coloured helmets. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, the people who do them, like Devon shirts, had put their attentions elsewhere because they knew they weren't going to do the glitter ones. And then by the time they were told that, you know, yes, can we have them, there was a delay. So that's the reason people are in yellow and black at the moment. They should be yellow.
Nigel Wagstaff, thank you. Greg, Travis, and our thoughts are with Billy Hamilton.